So on Cornerstone Stud TV today, we're going to be talking about the question that well, everyone's been asking us, and that is, is Reaan going to be the next host?
Just to clarify before we get started, for my benefit, who has been asking this question, Sam?
Well, I think I made that pretty clear. Everyone's been asking us, is Reaan going to be the next host?
Sorry. Okay, I got that, but who specifically?
Well, specifically, I guess just this morning I was in getting a paper at the local news agency, and Richard Miles was there, and so that's one example.
Okay, but what did Richard Miles ask? Did he ask for $1.80 for the paper, or did he ask if Reaan was going to be the next host?
Well, look, I'm not going to get into hypotheticals, Ross.
Come on, Sam.
Oh, well, it wasn't so much what he said, it was more the look in his eyes, and I could tell that there was a lot of unanswered questions in Richard's eyes, and I'm sure one of them would have been had we had time to talk about it.
Sorry, but did you really walk in to get the paper this morning? That is not what I would consider a hypothetical. It actually happened, and I am assuming Richard said what exactly?
Look, Richard, like everyone, has been asking, is Reaan going to be the next host? And if we can start now, why wouldn't he be asking that, Ross? You've only got to look at Reaan's results over the last couple of weeks. We had the winner with David Hayes recently in Melbourne. We had a huge run by one of Richard Jolly's horses just recently, very wide. Sam Kavanagh had a trial winner. Matty Ellerton and Simon Zara had a very promising starter at Geelong today. Just got beaten into second by Northern Meteor. So, I can imagine why people be asking that question. And Reaan, not unlike Host, had a nice start to his 2-year-old career, but he's really just starting to get a bit of a run on now. And, Host wasn't sort of showing off at 2. He wasn't doing cartwheels in the playground like Northern Meteor or Sebring. But as 3-year-olds, that's when the magic starts to happen. And I think I can see that happening with Reaan.
Right, so apart from yourself and Richard, who else or what else are you hearing?
Well, good question, I'm glad you asked. Joe McAvoy confided in me just a couple of nights ago that, quite frankly, and she's a bit worried that Tony's thinking a little bit more about Reaan at the moment than perhaps about her. So,
Really?
Yeah, well, she didn't really say it like that, but it was my instinct. I was reading between the lines, and she's probably not the only one.
Okay. So there's lots of trainers' wives that are a bit worried by the Reaan factor?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I can say categorically there is. I think Sandy Jolly caught up with them the other night. She's been worried about David, sort of the time he's spending with Reaan's, and I think there's Joe, of course, and Prue Hayes, another one. She's calling me all the time. Quite distraught. Robbie Waterhouse, I'm sure. It's not just confined to the girls. I think Robbie would be tremendously jealous. I don't know if Gay's actually got a Reaan, but I'm sure she's thinking about him. And the trainers. The fact of the matter is, the point is that the trainers love them. The trainers love the Reaans. Look, they're not sort of shouting out to us that they're going to be 2-year-olds. They're not going to be slipper horses. They're not going to be diamond horses. And because Reaan was such a good 2-year-old himself, as breeders, we sort of go, la, 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 la. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear not 2-year-olds. But the reality is they're talking guineas, they're talking derbies. Not unlike Host, he's been a dominant second season sire. They're both by Hatton. We think Reaan can do the same sort of job.
Right, and that's when your friend in the deli asked you for the $1.80, yeah? So, what's the take-home message then, Sam?
Well, the take-home message is the Reaan train is just starting to leave the station, and I think breeders, rather than sort of ruining it in October, November when these 3-year-olds really hit their straps, they can get on board because he's good value, he's a great horse, and we really genuinely believe that he's going to have a great 3-year-old season, and not unlike Host did himself, and I can see why everyone's been asking us those questions.
Right, so Richard Miles is gonna
send a mare? Sorry, yes he will. Yes, he will send a mare, and we have cut. Geez, you went hard on me early there, Ross. Geez, that was, I don't know what that was about. I thought we were on the same team. It's a quite late line.